FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington Commanders taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. The Giants defense set to go here, coming off a game where they allowed just 3 points last time out. And we'll see how this group can perform, and in particular, this man at corner.
And he really played well last week. This whole defense did, as a matter of fact. Anytime you can hold your opponent under 10 points, you've got a great chance to come away with a victory, and that's exactly what they did.
Wentz first play going right to the air. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
4 yards remain for second down. Throwing is Wentz. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Now Wentz on 3rd down. On the move to it. And the pressure gets to him again. Azeez Ojulari in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Giants defense back out there once more. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Finding room at midfield. He's at the 30. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Giant defense ready to go to work. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Giants defense back out there once more. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a first down. Wentz now on first down. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and his pass incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Giant defense ready to go to work. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Wentz. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Wentz. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Giants defense back out there once more. They hold the lead here in this 3rd quarter, but every drive important in a 1-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 38, Wentz steps away. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
The Giant defense ready to go to work. Well, the football just inside the 40, so a tough task for him here. 1st and 10. Now Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. A give up the middle to Gibson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Giants defense back out there once more. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the 4th. Wentz. And it's a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Giant defense ready to go to work. They're out there trying to protect this 4th quarter lead. So this a big drive as it begins 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Giants defense back out there once more. They've been the better of the two sides so far. They've got the 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they try to see this one through to the finish. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.